This video is a sample from the Secret Guitar Teacher Interactive course, The 5 Main Elements of Music. The 5 main elements of music. Element number 2, scales. Section 2.6, Understanding the Major Scale. Part 3, Circle of Fifths, Application Examples. In this lesson, we're going to look at 3 ways of using the circle of fifths to work out key signatures. Pay close attention because there will be tests on each of these procedures following the video. Before we start, let me remind you of the 2 takeaways from the previous lesson. 1. Key signatures on the circle of fifths accumulate sharps according to the mnemonic Father Charles goes down and ends battle. 2. The new sharp is always note 7 in the scale. First, let's use this information to work out what key a piece of music is in when it's written in standard notation. Here's a song you may think you know, but almost every guitar player gets the key of this song wrong. Here are the steps to follow. First, count the sharp symbols using the Father Charles mnemonic. In this case, we only get as far as Father, as there's only one sharp. This tells us that the 7th note of the key is F sharp. Rule: the new sharp in any key is always note 7. Step 2. If F sharp is note 7, then note 8 must be G. Rule: major scales always include one of each musical letter name in alphabetical order. 3. In music, note 8 always has the same name as note 1, the octave rule. So, we are in the key of G major. Very often the key can be guessed by looking at the first or last chord in a piece of music, or the last note of the melody. However, this is not always the case, and Sweet Home Alabama is a prime example of how guitarists get caught out by applying this rule of thumb. The first chord is D, but the song resolves on the G chord. Understanding the key signature helps confirm what your ears tell you is true. Let's look at one more example. Father Charles goes down and. So A is note 7 and the key must be B major, note 8. Another way you can use the circle of fifths is to work out key signatures on paper. Here are the steps for that. Supposing I asked you, what is the key signature of E major? First, write out all the musical letter names from E to E, like this: E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. 2. Start putting sharp symbols next to each letter in the order given by the mnemonic. Father Charles goes. But stop this process when you reach the 7th note in the scale. Now count the sharps. You've got F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp. We've stopped at D because D is note 7. So that gives us 4 sharps. The key signature of E major is 4 sharps. Let's try one more example. What is the key signature of F sharp major? First, write out all the musical letter names from F to F, like this: F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. But look out, we want to work out the key of F sharp major, not F major. So make sure you label just the first F letter name as F sharp. So we've got F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now apply Father Charles and stop at note 7 in the scale. Important, notice that the F letter in position 8 gets its sharp symbol during this process. So we've ended up with F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp. Now count the sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp. There are 6 of them. So the key of F sharp major has 6 sharps. Finally, for this lesson, we can use this information to work out key signatures in our head. This is slightly more tricky because we have to learn to work with the information backwards, like this. Supposing I ask you, what is the key signature of A major? Start by saying to yourself, okay, so A is note 8 in the key. Therefore, note 7 must be the letter that comes alphabetically before A. In music, that is the letter G. Now, work round the mnemonic until we come to G. Father Charles goes. We've moved 3 steps round the mnemonic, so the key signature of A major is 3 sharps: F sharp, C sharp and G sharp. One final example. What is the key signature of C sharp major? Start by saying to yourself, okay, so C sharp is note 8 in the key. Therefore, note 7 must be the letter that comes alphabetically before C. That's the letter B. Now, work round the mnemonic until we come to B. Father Charles goes down and ends battle. We've moved 7 steps round the mnemonic, so the key signature of C sharp major is 7 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp and B sharp. Lots to absorb in this lesson. If all this is new to you, I strongly recommend working your way through this video again and writing out your own examples of each step as it is explained. Remember, in spite of all the complexity of this system, there really are only 2 things you need to remember in order to apply it. 1. Key signatures on the circle of fifths accumulate sharps according to the mnemonic Father Charles goes down and ends battle. 2. The new sharp is always note 7 in the scale. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you'd really like to maximise your potential as a guitar player, click on the link in the description below to the Secret Guitar Teacher site. Here you can sign up for a 30-day trial free of charge and without obligation. We won't even ask you for your credit card number.